Good morning. Starting the morning rush with the storm system that's continuing to bring rain and snow to the state. Northern and central areas still looking at rain and that high mountain snow with isolated thunderstorms in the mix this afternoon into this evening. Overnight into tomorrow, some spot showers left over on Wednesday, but in general, tomorrow marks the transition to warmer and drier weather later this week. Crystal?
On to new news for you this morning. The leader of an armed militia group in southern New Mexico pleading not guilty in court. Larry Hopkins was arraigned in federal court in Las Cruces yesterday. The feds arrested him on Saturday after reports that he and other group members were illegally detaining migrants. Hopkins is now facing gun charges. He's a felon and not supposed to own a gun.
The ACLU of New Mexico is among those speaking out against Hopkins' militant group, saying they're kidnapping people at the border. Now, the executive director of the ACLU is making an appearance on CBS this morning. Meanwhile, Hopkins' attorney says the group is just trying to help the Border Patrol agents do their jobs. Again, that story airs on CBS this morning starting at 7 a.m.
Police now asking for more witnesses to come forward as they continue their search for the suspect who shot and killed a man right in the middle of an Albuquerque neighborhood. This happened near 98th and Tower yesterday afternoon. Neighbors say a mailman was shot during an argument. We're expecting to learn more from APD later on today.
A judge says the New Mexico dad caught on camera encouraging his daughters to beat up another girl will spend a month behind bars. In August, Mark Pappas was caught calling another girl names while telling his daughter to hit her. Pappas was in court yesterday where he apologized to the girl and her family. Pappas begins his sentence this weekend.
Looking ahead for you, Albuquerque City councilors will soon decide on emergency funding. At last night's meeting, Councilor Pat Davis introduced the resolution, which does include $250,000, money to be used to assist the needs of incoming migrants. Councilors are expected to make a decision at next week's meeting. In the meantime, in Las Cruces, the number of asylum seekers continues to climb as more are likely to arrive today. The city says it's received more than 1,700 asylum seekers in the past 2 weeks, 122 seekers in the last 24 hours. The Las Cruces professional firefighters have created a GoFundMe account to provide assistance for needed items. PNM now working on a new goal this morning to be completely carbon-free by the year 2040. They made the announcement yesterday saying they're the nation's first investor-owned utility that set a goal of being 100% emissions-free by that deadline. The goal fits with the state's newly passed Energy Transition Act.
This morning, State House Republicans deciding their next move. This as the New Mexico Secretary of State has rejected a repeal for the new gun control law. Now, that's the law requiring background checks on private gun sales, a bill they've been trying to send to voters. Now, Secretary Maggie Toulouse-Oliver rejected the petition 2 other times, saying the repeal of a public safety law cannot legally be put to a public vote.
Well, SUNYS officials hard at work this morning trying to decide where to allocate community funds. The majority of residents surveyed want an indoor water recreation center, and they'd support a tax increase to build it. Officials say they aren't saying no to a pool, but they're looking to alleviate traffic problems first.
Santa Fe City Council will soon decide whether or not to approve Mayor Alan Weber's first budget proposal. According to the Santa Fe New Mexican, he's calling for $6 million more than the current fiscal year. Now, the budget includes a 2% pay increase for city workers, more money towards public safety, and a program to steer teens into law enforcement career. Kristen.
Today's Metro Threat Index at a 6, still looking at some rain showers on and off through the day here in Albuquerque with isolated thunderstorms. Winds out of the east 10 to 20 miles per hour, and then cooler temperatures as we only look to hit 60 degrees, 10 degrees below normal for this time of year. Crystal?
Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham wants young people to stay in New Mexico. This year, lawmakers approved an extra $25,000 for the STEM Boomerang program. According to the Journal, the program is an annual high-tech job fair at UNM to connect graduates with jobs in STEM.
Well, this morning, gas prices continue to rise across the country. AAA says the nation's average for a gallon of regular gas is now $2.84 a gallon. That's up roughly 26% since the start of the year. Prices, again, tend to rise heading into the summer months.
New reports revealing this morning millions of potential Social Security benefits will be reduced by 2035. This as trust funds will not have enough money to pay out the full promised benefits. There's no guarantee this will happen. However, Congress can enact policies to ensure the viability of the programs.
Happening today, the city will likely launch a new chamber aimed at helping Albuquerque businesses. The innovative business of Albuquerque Associate is a chamber focusing on promoting innovation and sustainability within city businesses. Now, the chamber is the product of a startup grant offered by the city last year. This is all to promote collaboration amongst businesses around the Duke City. Well, the city also wants your help this morning. This, as you head out to work on the morning walk, snap a picture of nature and creatures as well as plants around you that you see. Now, this is part of a new City Nature Challenge. It's a friendly competition among communities around the world. So to be able to take part in it, you can download the iNaturalist app and share pictures taken between April 26th and 29th. We posted more details on this at alwaysonkRQE.com.
Time now for a check on that Tuesday morning commute. Everything looks good on the map. No major crashes or tie-ups to worry about. We've also got our news tracker heading north on I-25 near Montgomery. Streets still wet from morning rain, so factor that into the morning drive.
Well, this morning you can still cast your vote for Deming High School. They are currently in the running to win $75,000. It's all for art education. Now, the high school was selected from 500 schools across the country for the Vans Custom Culture Design Contest. We posted a link to vote. You can find that at alwaysonkRQE.com.
We're taking you back 52 years ago on this day, April 23rd, 1967. A tornado touched down there 5 miles west of Clovis. That was out in Curry County. No damage reported, but it was there. That was on this day 52 years ago. We take you now to the 5 facts.
For 5 here with the kickoff to Summerfest less than 2 months away. The city's announcing the entertainment lineup. The concert series kicks off in the Heights on June 8th, featuring jazz funk band Dumpsta Funk. Throughout the summer, Grammy-winning Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, indie folk group Magic Giant, Tommy Castro and his band The Painkillers, as well as the 80s rock group Starship. They round out the lineup. Schedules posted on our website, alwaysonkRQE.com.
At number 4, the New Mexico dad caught on camera encouraging his daughters to beat up another girl is preparing to begin serving his time behind bars. Video taken back in August shows Mark Pappas calling another girl names while telling his daughter to hit her. Now, Pappas was in court yesterday and apologized to the girl and her family, explaining his behavior as an emotional response to his daughter being bullied. Now, the judge sentenced Pappas to 30 days in jail, which he will serve over the next 15 weekends beginning this weekend.
Number 3 now, the leader of a civilian militia group patrolling the southern border in New Mexico, still in custody this morning. Larry Hopkins pleading not guilty to federal gun charges this week. The 69-year-old was arrested on Saturday after reports that his group is stopping migrants at gunpoint, then detaining them before handing them over to Border Patrol. Court documents say the group's been camped out near Sunland Park, New Mexico. Yesterday, his attorney told us the group believes it's just helping Border Patrol agents do their jobs. But Hopkins is a convicted felon and he's not supposed to own guns. The feds say he's been previously convicted of at least 3 felonies, including impersonating a peace officer in Oregon in 2006. He could face at least 10 years in prison.
At number 2, widespread showers and isolated thunderstorms still expected across the lower elevations today. Up to the north is going to be high mountain snow. Storm total about 10 to 20 inches with breezy conditions here and temperature down to 60 this afternoon. Cooler than normal in what we typically see this time in April. Tomorrow, some spotty showers with 70s coming back to the forecast. 80s on the way for the weekend.
And at number 1, police need your help in the search of a suspect who they say shot and killed a man in the middle of an Albuquerque neighborhood. Now, police say it happened near 98th and Tower in southwest Albuquerque. This was around 4:30 yesterday afternoon. Officers say the victim has federal ties. A neighbor tells News 13 the witnesses saw a fight that ended in gunshots. We're expecting to learn more from APD about the suspect, the victim, and what led up to the shooting later on today. Police are also asking more witnesses to come forward.